The recent wildfires in Maui, particularly in the town of Lahaina, have not only devastated the landscape, but also had a significant impact on the availability of affordable housing in the area. The destruction caused by the fires has exacerbated an already existing housing crisis, leaving many working-class residents uncertain about their long-term prospects of finding a place to live. In today's video, we will explore the consequences of the wildfires on the Maui real estate market and delve into the challenges faced by the local community. This is an endlessly sad topic, a video that I waited a while to make, as I've been to Lahaina. I've spoken to the people. I've immersed myself in the culture, as they say, and it's just horrible. Anyway, let's roll the intro and get into a more serious video with a little less goofs and gaffs. Anyway, let's roll it. Make me a deal. If you get any value or information out of today's video, hit that like and subscribe button. My name is Greyson Roberts, realtor and owner of Boss Properties. Now, I always say God put a little bit of heaven on earth, and I believe that heaven on earth is the Hawaiian Islands. So, of course, this is extremely sad for millions of people, but no more sad than the actual genuine residents of the island. People who were born and raised. True Hawaiians. Anyway, I would ask that you send your prayers in the direction of Maui. Anyway, with that out of the way, let's objectively look at how these wildfires have actually affected the real estate market there. And in case you aren't aware, the housing market on the island of Maui is extremely expensive. All right, anyway, let's start with the housing crisis in Maui. Maui has been grappling with a severe housing shortage for years, and the wildfires have only intensified the problem. The destruction of modest houses and apartments that served as homes for the workers in Maui's booming tourism industry has further strained the already limited supply of affordable housing. Leslie Wilkins, the president of the Maui Economic Development Board, describes the situation as a grossly exacerbated housing crisis. Now let's talk about the impact of the wildfires. The wildfires in Lahaina have not only razed shops, restaurants, and century-old hotels, but have also destroyed vital housing options for the working class population. The loss of these homes have underscored Maui's ongoing struggle to provide adequate housing for those who contribute to the island's thriving tourism sector. Without these workers, Maui cannot function as the beloved destination for visitors from around the world. So although Hawaii is not a part of the continental United States and seems like its own wonderful place to be, a beautiful, almost dreamlike place, it's hard to explain. It's really hard to explain. But they are not immune to the pre-existing housing issues that have been plaguing the country as a whole. So let's talk about the pre-existing housing challenges before the wildfires took place. Even before the wildfires, Maui was already facing housing challenges. The COVID-19 pandemic brought tourist visits to a halt, leading to a surge in unemployment and a stagnation of the economy. As tourism began to recover, the island experienced an increasing shortage of workforce housing. The high demand from wealthy mainland buyers who discovered the possibility of remote work in Hawaii drove up housing prices by 35% between 2019 and 2022. As you can see, this is a major issue. All right, so let's talk about some of the obstacles to affordable housing development. Maui's housing crisis has been perpetuated by various factors. Affordable housing development have faced difficulties in obtaining approval due to neighborhood opposition and bureaucratic red tape. Additionally, a significant portion of the available housing stock is used for vacation rentals, further limiting the supply of long-term housing options. These challenges have made it increasingly difficult for working-class residents of Maui to simply find affordable places to live. Displacement and out-migration. The rising housing costs have forced many Maui residents, including native Hawaiians, to leave the island in search of more affordable living conditions on the US mainland. Las Vegas has become a popular destination for the Hawaiian diaspora, earning the nickname, quote, the ninth island. The exodus of residents seeking more affordable housing options exacerbates the shortage of workers in Maui's tourism industry and highlights the urgency of addressing the housing crisis. So how does this impact the true native Hawaiian families? The wildfires have particularly affected native Hawaiian families in terms of their ability to recover losses on their homes. Many of these homes were passed down through generations and have been fully paid off, resulting in lower compensation as the owners do not have mortgages or even insurance. The loss of these homes further widens the inequality gap in Maui's economy, posing significant challenges for native Hawaiians in rebuilding their lives. Imagine if you had a beautiful home in a beautiful island, paid for in full, handed down from generation after generation, no mortgage, no nothing, no insurance, it's just your bungalow, and it burns. And there's nothing you can do about it. You can't rebuild. So let's talk about these rebuilding challenges. The aftermath of the wildfires presents numerous challenges for families and individuals looking to rebuild their lives in Maui. And like I said, many of these homes that were destroyed were not insured or even adequately maintained, making the cost of rebuilding to meet current building codes prohibitive. You can't just remake what your ancestors have handed down to you. Right? It's a new world. You can't rebuild that way. Real estate agent Don Harris predicts that numerous families may be unable to rebuild their home, adding to the strain on the housing market. Additionally, some individuals may be apprehensive about rebuilding on Maui, considering the rising costs and uncertainties. If my house burnt down and I didn't have any means of rebuilding it or any insurance, I would be done. So let's talk about the government responses and initiatives. In the light of the housing shortage and the destruction caused by the wildfires, the government of Hawaii is taking steps to address the crisis. Governor Josh Green acknowledges the need to find permanent housing for those displaced by the fires, emphasizing that it will be a significant challenge. The state was already under an emergency order related to the housing shortage, and the wildfires have further exacerbated the situation. Enhanced criminal penalties are being imposed to anyone attempting to exploit victims by acquiring property in the affected areas. Community involvement and solutions. In the wake of the wildfires, there is a growing call for community involvement in the decision-making process for rebuilding Lahaina. Native American activists and local residents are advocating for a seat at the table to ensure that the rebuilding efforts prioritize the needs of the community. The government is considering options such as purchasing land for affordable housing to protect it from exploitation by developers. Housing developers like Paul Cheng have also expressed their willingness to contribute to the affordability of housing projects in Lahaina. In conclusion, this was a bad housing situation to begin with that continually kept getting worse, and this just exacerbated it. It's nice that the local government is stepping in and keeping rich people from the mainland from taking advantage of the islands, and especially in this time. And I do not like to get political or anything like this, but it has been said that the U.S. government will be giving the victims of the Maui fires $700 one-time payment. Now, I don't know the validity of this. I don't really believe a lot of the things I hear, if I'm being completely honest, but this is what I read from multiple sources. And if this is true, it's almost a slap in the face. You know, I'm not going to get political. I'm going to stop there. But if you would like to donate to Maui and the victims, I will find some way to put a link in the description. Maybe I can directly link it with YouTube. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next real estate video.